Hey there, this is Dr. Evan Osar with the Institute for Integrative Health and Fitness Education. Welcome to this edition of Integrative Movement Insider. And this is part 2 of a 4-part series on working with your clients that have been diagnosed with scoliosis, spinal stenosis, and or osteoporosis. So thank you so much for joining me in this series, and thank you for all you do for your clients and your potential clients that you're going to attract that need, want, and will pay you for your expertise. In the first video, I shared with you the integrative movement system approach to posture and movement, which is basically a 3-step process. The same process that we take all our clients and patients through here in our clinic, which allows you to first assess your client to determine their non-optimal and inefficient posture and movement habits that are contributing to chronic tightness and or discomfort and or the inability to perform at the levels they need to and or want to. From there, then you move into phase 2 of the integrative movement system approach, and that's the corrective exercise strategy, where you use your corrective exercises, your releases, your activation patterns, and your education to help your client create more optimal and efficient posture and movement habits. And that's what I'm going to share with you in this part 2 of the series. And this is exactly what we're teaching next week at Fitness Fest in Arizona, a 1-day pre-conference on training clients with scoliosis, spinal stenosis, and osteoporosis. So first, you need to assess your client. So now just assume that your client has, or say your client has scoliosis. Now we'll make it a very simple, like C-type scoliosis, where they may be collapsed down on one side. Generally, the client will have compensated the other way, somewhere else in their spine, but let's just keep it simple for the sake of this video. Say your client is compromised down in this direction to their right side, my right side here. So what happens is they'll have a limited range of motion going to the opposite side. What's cool about the strategy that I'm going to share with you here, the assessments as well as the corrective exercises, is it will work for your client whether they have spinal stenosis and or osteoporosis as well. So again, your client's locked in this position. So a very simple range of motion assessment you can use in addition to your other assessments is a side bend. Have your client stand with their feet together, hands by their side, and slide down their leg, slide down their hand down their leg, and just compare it side to side. So say I'm side bent to the right, my side bend to the left will likely be limited, or I'll compensate by bending forward or bending backwards to get to the other side. So then from there, plus your other assessments, you'll start to do your release work, which is the first step of the integrative movement system corrective exercise strategy. When we do our release work, we like to use the activator from Rolga. So this is the activator right here. However, because I'm going to be laying on a black table and I'm wearing a black integrative corrective exercise instructor shirt, you won't see where it's placed, so I'll use this ball instead. Now, if your client cannot lie on their side, most of your clients will be able to, but if they can't, you can also always do this up against a wall. So I'm going to take the ball here, I'm going to lay down on my right side, my shorter side. I'm going to place the ball right between my lowest rib and my iliac crest. So it's going to go right in my QL, my erectors right here in my right side, and then I'll just lay here and breathe into that side, because you want your clients to be able to breathe into their side of restriction and release some of that myofascial tension as well as the shortness of those muscles in that area. So we'll have them spend a few moments breathing into that area. So again, 3 to 5 minutes breathing and releasing in that area. And again, we'll choose other areas around the hips and or trunk and spine, as long as we're staying off the rib cage and off the spine itself. And that's very important for your clients that have osteoporosis. You don't want to be releasing directly over the joints and or the bones. Now, the second component, once you do your release work, is to start to activate. Activating the right muscles around the trunk, spine, pelvis, and hip complex. And that begins with breathing. And that's why breathing is part of the 3 principles of the integrative movement system approach. The ABCs: alignment, align the trunk, spine, and pelvis in the best position, and then breathe to create more release as well as the mobility our clients need through the rib cage, as well as activate the deep myofascial system. The diaphragm fascially connects to your QL, fascially connects to your psoas. The psoas fascially blends into your pelvic floor. The transversus abdominis comes back and inserts into and fascially blends with the diaphragm as well as the QL and the psoas. So this is a great exercise to release and mobilize the thorax. It's also a great exercise to start to activate that deep myofascial system to improve posture as well as movement. So for a lot of your clients that have spinal stenosis and or scoliosis, we'll use a strap like this. And what we'll do is we'll place the strap around the area of most restriction. So again, say I'm side bent to my right side. I'm going to place the strap around that area, snug it up just a little tiny bit, and then breathe into the strap and really focusing on the breath coming into the side of restriction. So I'm going to breathe in. And you should see the band or the strap expand as I breathe in. Hold it for a second and then breathe out. From the side, breathe in, focusing my attention and my awareness to the side of restriction. Hold it for a second and then breathe out. Breathing in again. And then breathing out. And again, we'll do 3 to 5 sets of 3 to 5 breaths, breathing in that manner. Incredibly effective when you do your release as well as your breathing to start to open up that area of restriction. Now we want to integrate that release and that activation into an upright pattern. So we're going to use a supported squat position. I'll use the table here as my support. So now what I want to do is maintain nice alignment of my head, neck, and thoracolpelvic cylinder. I'm going to use my hands on the table. I'm going to breathe in, and as I breathe out, I'm going to squat down into my squat pattern, maintaining that alignment, sitting back and going wide through my sit bones, sitting back into the hips, and then breathe in to come back to the upright position. Breathe in, breathe out, making sure I keep that space through my lower ribs and through my pelvis, so that way I don't collapse back down into that right side. So make sure your clients are staying aligned and controlled. You can even have them pause in this position here and also focus on breathing into their more constricted side. So again, they're breathing into the space here. I'll turn around so you can see right through the space here. So if they're collapsed down to the right side, breathe in, focus on lengthening out through the right side. Keep that breath through the squat pattern. And again, we'll have our clients do 3 to 5 repetitions and for a couple sets of that pattern as well. And then we'll move them into step 3 of the integrative movement system approach to posture and movement, and that's integration. So next time in video 3, next week, I'll come back and share with you how we integrate more optimal alignment, breathing, and control into some of the fundamental movement patterns so that you can successfully and safely help your clients that have scoliosis, spinal stenosis, and or osteoporosis. If you're looking for more information about the integrative movement system approach to posture and movement, which was designed specifically for health and fitness professionals just like you that work with baby boomers and seniors, and also check out Facebook because I just posted a brand new article from the Wall Street Journal that discusses how baby boomers and seniors, they want fitness professionals that work and specialize in working with that population. They don't want people running around Instagram and social media, with their shirts pulled up and their abs showing and their glutes sticking out. They want real professionals, and that's why we share this information with you. That's why we created the Integrative Corrective Exercise Instructor program to help teach you the strategies to assess, use the most appropriate corrective exercises, and blend them and incorporate them into the fundamental movement patterns so that you can successfully and safely help your clients achieve their health and fitness goals. So go to www.iihfe.com/certifications for more information. We've got a brand new course coming up in Orange County, California in May. Early bird ends this Sunday. And we also have another course, the ICE course in Taipei, Taiwan in May as well, in case you happen to be over in Taiwan. And for all my Taiwan fans and friends over there, we look forward to coming back to Taiwan this year for the Integrative Corrective Exercise Instructor program. So, this is Dr. Evan Osar with the Institute for Integrative Health and Fitness Education, helping you develop yourself into the specialist your current clients need and your potential clients will seek out. Make it a great day, and we'll see you next week for part 3 of the series. If you're celebrating this weekend, either Easter and or Passover, have a great holiday weekend. And if you're not, just enjoy the great spring weather, and we'll see you next week here at Integrative Movement Insider. Take care.